Charlamagne reveals why he got rid of Wax. That's right. In his new book, Charlamagne seems to have shed light on why he kicked Wax out of his inner circle. For those of you that don't know, Wax was a beloved figure of the Brilliant Idiot universe. He was one of the most popular co-hosts of the pod, but over the years it seemed like he completely disappeared from Charlamagne's life. I mean, Wax was Charlamagne's protector. He was his bodyguard. He was his But anyway, let's get into what Charlamagne said in his book. I had a homie who worked with me for years. They were good at their job, but I was overpaying them wildly. But I was cool with it. They were my people, had my back in situations, and I wanted them to feel secure. But even after getting extravagantly, I'm talking 6 figures overpaid for years, they still felt like they deserved more. In their mind, they couldn't just live in any old place. They couldn't drive just any old thing. They were meeting celebrities through their job, but in their mind, they deserved to become a celebrity too. And to look and eat like one too. They felt that I was somehow getting over on them. Eventually, I had to let that person go. More so than money, it was about poor judgment. Now, I want to be clear and say that he does not talk about Wax's name. He just says it like in general. But I think this is pretty clearly about Wax. And this finally debunks some of the old theories that were thought about Wax. Some people thought that he left because of the situation with his former romantic partner. Apparently, people thought that there was some type of altercation, a DV situation. Some people thought he left because he didn't get paid for Brilliant Idiots. Now, maybe that is the case. Maybe Wax was seeking some level of compensation. But there's also a theory that some people are suggesting that maybe Charlamagne is saying this because he can't really say another reason, the DV thing, because he, of his own history. But what do you think, listeners? Do you feel like Charlamagne got rid of Wax because of him getting greedy? He wanted to see the accounting. He wanted to get paid more. I mean, this kind of sucks because I feel like if Wax stuck around and was on Brilliant Idiots, it might have been able to be something that he could have built on The Black Effect. Maybe there could have been a Wax show on The Black Effect. Maybe he could have continued to impact the Brilliant Idiots. And if you look at Wax, I don't necessarily think he's doing anything special ever since he left Charlamagne. I know he still does the show with L'Oreal, I believe. I think he was trying to start Loudspeakers Network South, but it's unclear if anything will actually ever come of that. I think he was just creating it. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any, real traction being gained from any of Wax ventures. And I truly think if the two had stood attached, man, they could have done special things. But there you have it. Another podcast breakup. I just want to say this is from chapter 6 of Charlamagne's new book. And I was thinking of buying it, but I don't know. I don't really know. Sometimes these books by radio guys, they don't be the best. It's called Get Honest or Die Lying. Chapter 6 is when Charlamagne seems to go into detail about the end of his relationship with Wax. I mean, this guy just disappeared. For years, Charlamagne hasn't addressed Wax. Was he saving it to reveal it in a book? Was he saving it just to avoid the situation because the situation has volatile talking points that he has done his best to avoid? Who knows? But leave your theories in the comments. I want to hear what you say because the best theories often come from the commenters. And ladies and gentlemen, as far as what I think this is exactly what happened because of the rumors. There is that one that, Wax wasn't getting paid the amount of money that he wanted to for Brilliant Idiots. And on top of that, Charlamagne is outlining here how he fell out with somebody over a money dispute. Alright, y'all, that's my video for now. I wanted to talk about what's happening on Twitter. These Twitter spaces have revolutionized podcasting, right? So for those of you that don't know, Twitter Space is a social audio feature that lives on Twitter. It's a carbon copy of Clubhouse. Nothing new. But everybody knows that podcasters for years, for the last 10 years, 15 years almost, podcasters have been stealing their ideas from Twitter. But now with this social audio, podcasters are now stealing their ideals from Twitter Spaces. They're taking the talking points, remixing it through their lens, and bringing it onto their show. The people who I think are doing that, if I had to guess, I think Joe Budden's doing it. I think Rory's doing it. It's just all to say. I think Rory's doing it. I think even people like Elliot and B Dot, I think they listen to the spaces, and I think they take some of the discourse, re-rock it, and sell it to the block that is podcasting. And that's why I'm telling y'all need to tap in. Y'all need to tap in on my Twitter, because I have a lot of spaces. That's where a lot of my audio podcasting style goes. Twitter is where I go real long form. And I also want to take an opportunity to plug my Patreon. I'm going to pin it to the top comments. There is where I post content that I feel wouldn't do too well on YouTube. Like, it's only $3, so you could wait a couple months from now and then get it, so that way you have the back catalog. But it's really good stuff. I put a lot of the Twitter interactions on there, and I think you'll really enjoy it. But that's just all I wanted to end my video with. Check out me on Twitter. Check out my Patreon. It's pinned in the top comment. And most importantly, like, comment, subscribe. All right, y'all. That's my video for today. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.